Hello, YouTubers. Welcome to PDINA. Hello from Otis and me. Hello. Hope you're doing well today. Thank you so much for being here. If you have not subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And thank you for being a part of my journey. I love being here and speaking with you about all the news, the comings and goings, about everyday things that are happening with the royals. That woman, Meghan Markle, and that woman is just giving us so much to talk about. And you should be learning a lot. You should be, if you're really paying attention. If you're not one of those people who are blinded by this woman and everything that she does, you should be learning a lot. There's a lot of things going on, and just finding out now that more people have quit the Archewell Foundation, it tells you everything you need to know. So let's get into it. This is what is going on, y'all. I'm going to just tell you something. If you want to watch everything that is happening with Meghan and Harry and just ride the wave of the nonsense, like ride the wave and just look and say, something wrong with you. Like just looking like, I can't believe she's doing it today. What did the girl do now? What's happening with those rent-a-royals? Because that's what they're calling them now, rent-a-royals. I mean, you're just watching the waves. Every once in a while we'll get a big wave and then it comes down, but then it goes back up again. The nonsense of this couple is just unbelievable. But hey, we knew from the very beginning. We knew when she was at that interview, which I'm going to talk a little bit more about that engagement interview, because looking at it now, oh my goodness, it's just so much to talk about considering what we know now. But as you watch it and you understand, you just look and you just go, shame. It's a shame. It's a doggone shame. And you look at Harry and you think, this is your life. Your life. And the girl is just toying with it and making mistakes all along the way. So this is what we have going on right now. We've seen these stories before in the past, but what is so ironic. Okay, so Harry and Meghan, they have lost so far 5 of their employees from Archewell just in over a year. Now, these are the senior royals. We're not talking about the everyday employees, the ones that come in and I'm sure Meghan doesn't hardly look at or talk to, the people that are at the bottom of the totem pole within that company. But the people, like the head people, the top people, it tells you everything you need to know. Because if you're working a good job, if you're happy where you are, if it's a company that is doing well, is going places, it has all these wonderful projects that Meghan says are coming our way. She says they're coming our way, and I'm waiting, girl. Okay, what you got? What's coming our way that's going to make us feel something? Because that's what she says. She has some projects that are coming our way that are going to make us feel. You're going to feel something. Well, I'm feeling something every day just looking at your crazy butt. I'm just looking at you and I'm feeling some kind of way. You're making me feel some kind of way. And I just keep going looking at you, just going shame. Just shameful, woman. You just have to look at her and understand the tragedy of it all. Because you just can't believe that people are this stupid. Everything. Like you can see her coming a mile away with her pretentiousness. But anyway, so Harry and Meghan, now they've lost a total of 5 employees at their company in less than 14 months, a little bit over a year. So we know that they started this company in 2020, shortly after they stepped away as working royals, because they had this plan in the bag from the beginning. She knew we're going to start a company. We have the name. We got it all trademarked. We got everything that we need to do before they even left the royal family. That's what they did. Now, the company, which boasts a collaboration we see now with Netflix, they had launched in a bid to create programming that informs, it elevates, and it inspires. Yeah, you inspiring people, all right. You're inspiring people to want to leave your company. You are inspiring people in a very negative way. But over the past 14 months, 5 senior employees have now stepped down from their positions, with the most recent departure taking place just last month. Now, they're looking at the 5 former employees and what their positions were and where they are now. Okay, so we're going to look at Mandana Diani. So she was the president of Archewell between 21 and 22, holding the position for just 18 months. Now, news of Miss Diani's departure was announced in December of 2022. She was responsible for like the day-to-day operations of the media, the charitable group, and she stepped down in what has been called an amicable and planned transition. Oh, we planned that. Yeah, sure you're right. Sure you're right. They say it's planned. Okay, now she was not replaced, with the Duke and Duchesses intending to take on a full management of their enterprise. So basically, Harry and Meghan are going to take over the operations that she did. So she was supposed to just come and help them get set up. And then Harry and Meghan were going to come swoop in and take care of the day-to-day operations. Okay. So, yeah, if you believe that, I believe that as much as I believe Prince Harry has a full head of hair. I don't know. But you see what I'm saying? Like, that's just a bunch of gobbledygook. Okay, so at the time of her departure, a spokesperson for Archewell said that Miss Diani had been brought on board whilst the couple were on their parental leave following the birth of their daughter. Now, the full statement read that she has continued to shape Archewell's vision and future successfully. Okay, so before joining Archewell, she launched I Am a Voter in 2018. All right. So then we have Rebecca Sananes. Now, in the exact same month, she left Archewell, her role as head of audio. She has also held her position for 18 months. Now, she was first hired to produce Meghan's podcast, Archetypes, in 2021 and was later replaced by media executive Serena Reagan. After her departure, Rebecca appeared to take a swipe at Meghan on TikTok by claiming that she was the one who created the award-winning podcast Archetypes, and I did a video on this. And that right there says everything you need to know, because this is what Harry and Meghan do. They hire people to do the peon work. They hire people to do the bulk of the work while they step out on their red carpets and take the credit for it. They're the ones that overshadow their employees, because you know why? Because they're not looking out for the interest of their employees, because they're nobodies. They just have to do the work the way she says to do it this way, and let me go out in front of the world to take all the credit. And this girl, she was not having it. She came out and she told us what it really was. Let's take a look.
I want to talk about this Hollywood Reporter article really quick because it made me big mad. I'm a podcast producer. If you don't know me, my name is Rebecca Sananes. I am the executive producer and creator of Archetypes, hosted by Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. I want to talk about this list because the 40 most powerful people in podcasting are not executives, they're not celebrity hosts, and they're not talent agents. They are the producers. Producers edit, research, write, make scripts, make the sound good, score. Everything you love about your favorite podcast is because a producer made it. And producers are being undervalued, undercredited, and underpaid. And it's making the industry boring and slow.
And Meghan would sit there and allow someone else to do all the work while she took all the credit. This is how consumed she is. And this is what she's doing to Harry. If you look at it, she is putting all of this stuff out there, taking credit for it, but she's only where she is because she used Harry to get there. It's about using people put them in the background so that you can stomp on their achievements to claim them for your own. Can you trust a person like that? And for all the supporters of Meghan, she's doing the same thing to you. But you don't know it because you're too Google-eyed to see the true Meghan. And that's a shame for you. And I think most likely you just haven't lived enough to understand the kind of person she is, because you run across these people in your life and you kind of know who they are, and you can see them a mile away coming because you have these life experiences. And most people that don't see it are the people that don't have these life experiences. They just don't. But hey, you'll learn eventually because she walking on over y'all too. Then we have Farah Taylor, who in 2023, she stepped down from her role as head of marketing. At the time that her departure was announced, the Telegraph reported Meghan and Harry were hugely grateful for her support. Ms. Taylor's decision to quit meant that the couple had lost 16 members since 2018. However, it wasn't until 2020 that Archewell was launched. So we see a pattern, even if it's not within the Archewell company, we see it prior to. We know about the bullying allegations with Meghan. We know that they are not good people to work with. The turmoil, the chaos, the just is behind the scenes of Harry and Meghan. Because like when I watch them, I don't see two couples holding hands, smiling, having a good time. I see, I can't take it. I can't take it. Harry, why didn't you do what I told you to do? I can't take it. It's the crazy that I see. I don't know about you, but I see crazy. I see cray-cray. Yes, I do. Brownie quit Archewell at the same time as Farah Taylor. Ben was head of internal content and at Archewell, but also an Oscar-nominated producer. That's very key to me because I think anyone that has been nominated for an Oscar is somebody who does a job that they do very well. This is why they got recognition for a nomination. Now, if you can't keep somebody that is that talented on your team, then you got some problems because people just don't leave companies that quickly. This company, in my opinion, I believe has low morale. I think people don't really like Meghan. They don't really like Harry because he's probably making Meghan the all be all, and people are sick of him being a little whiny wimp. And they just have had it with her controlling her demeaning way that she is, because I feel that she's not very she doesn't compliment people. She wants to put people down to make them feel like she's above them because her status and where she is in the line of talking to people, you have to be the one that is down there. I can't possibly be the boss and be happy with you if you're trying to rise above me. I think these levels of, leadership are very important to Meghan. And if she feels like you are rising above her in style and job and abilities, she doesn't see that as something that makes her feel good. And so I can imagine her talking down to people, being very accusatory and just frankly not nice and very fake. People don't like that, especially where you're working. You show up every day. This is your livelihood. And you have that woman as your boss? Oh, no. And they left, these two people that I just mentioned left shortly after Harry's book Spare was released. Imagine all of the conflict going on when that came out. See, it's all happening around their personal lives. They can't possibly move forward professionally when their personal lives are in shambles. It can't happen. And the success that they're counting on for their professional lives will never happen because they're never going to be happy personally. Because the union of Harry and Meghan is an explosion waiting to detonate. Oh, yes, it is ready to detonate. And it's going to be all over. And the people see it. The people that are working with them see it and feel it every day because that is an extension. Their work life is an extension to Harry and Meghan's personal life. And the people feel it, they sense it, and it's not good for them working under this couple. According to the Telegraph, both Ben and Farah exceeded, quote, expectations and were thanked by the Sussexes for their support on their vital look-back projects. Okay? Yeah. If you have a team of people that are professional and you're trying to grow a company to get access because you were just announced as Hollywood's biggest losers, you don't get rid of these people because there ain't no look back to look at. You're still moving forward. So how are you going to have these look back projects when everything you're doing is building to get to a level of success? It doesn't even make sense. You know, so they try to put these spins on these words to make us feel like, oh, we're looking at success. That Archewell, they're very successful. No, they ain't. You just got nominated biggest losers. Yeah, you did. And you're not really accomplishing much. How did Invictus Games, how did the Heart of Invictus go with Netflix? What about the projects that you didn't get, the ones you lost? Pearl, Spotify. You know, this couple is making you, they want you to see the shiny diamond. But there ain't no shiny diamond. It's dull rocks. And they're trying to make it look like it's pretty shiny diamonds. And that's not what's there. And people know they're never going to get there. It's a dead-end job. The fifth Archewell staff member to step down since 2022 was Bennett, who joined the company as the co-coordinator in 2021 and was later promoted to manager the following year. Author Omid Scobie previously held his position as a hive of activity that continues to grow. Taking to social media about what he is going into, Bennett shared, "I'm happy to share that I'm starting a new position as Cinetic Media." Speaking of Mr. Levine's exit from Archewell, a source told the Daily Mail's Richard Eden, "It's a blow to the company. There's no doubt about that." And I heard that the lady that was there for Meghan's red carpet when she didn't want to leave the red carpet, the lady that was pushing her off the stage, well, that lady no longer works for Meghan either. Okay, she no longer works for Meghan. And, you know, and I didn't really talk much about it when it happened, but isn't it just so ironic? You know, Meghan, she's trying to get her pictures. She's trying to get her pictures. She's like, you know, Meghan, they're saying, Meghan. She's like smiling and she's smiling. She's supposed to keep walking, but she couldn't stop. You know, I mean, she couldn't keep walking. She had to stop because this is my moment, y'all. I'm ready for my close up, you know. So she's standing there, you know, and the lady's coming along. She's like, okay. She's trying to push her to go along. And then the Meghan's like looking, she's like, and then she sees and she's like, oh, you know, that's so funny. You know, you try to push me along. I'm going, girl, I'm going. And then she like turns around and she keeps like kind of walking. It like tries to play it off, you know, because Meghan knows she was busted trying to stop and, you know, hog up the cameras when she shouldn't have been doing that. And the media caught on to what happened. And you can imagine how mad and upset Meghan was when it came out that this woman made her look bad. Because essentially it was the woman who was trying to edge her along that made her look like a fool. And she didn't like that. So I can imagine anything you do in Meghan's presence that is not good, you make her look bad, she is going to get rid of you. She's going to fire you. You know why? Because she has no loyalty to people. She even got rid of her own daddy. So she going to get rid of her own daddy who took care of her and watched her stinky butt growing up. Imagine what she's going to do to people that she's actually paying. Okay, so this woman Everything about what she and her husband are trying to do is a big joke. It's laughable. But we're going to sit and watch them just make complete fools of themselves because they have no loyalty to anybody. People will continue to leave them because they don't know what they're doing. Their personal lives are in shambles, and that is leaking off into their professional lives where the people that are working for them can see it, they can feel it, and they don't like it. There's no morale. There's no looking to the future with this job. There's no loyalty. There's no camaraderie. It's all a big bunch of gobbledygook. I'm going to just tell you right now, Meghan Markle, get it together. Just get it together. Because until they can, with at least their personal lives, professionally, people are going to keep leaving. They're going to keep leaving, and it's never going to amount to anything. And that's just what it is. That's right.